Hello and welcome to the Food Fog. Today is March 4th, 2014, and I'm just back reflecting on some of the insights I've had along the way of my health journey and my process of finding balance with food and with health and life in general. So today my thoughts are on how getting healthy can be much like getting sober, like coming off of different addictions. So when we have an alcoholic addiction, for example, we may and we decide that it's interfering with the quality of life we want for ourselves, and that we're going to give it up. And we may think that we're just giving up that one habit, that we're going to just stop drinking, and but a byproduct of that often is that we lose connections with people that we socialized with in that environment around drinking, or just maybe routines that we had that were around drinking that just don't seem so valuable or so enjoyable without the drinking involved. So it's the same when we decide to change our diet. Now, when we get clean or clear, we get sober with dietary sobriety, I call it. And by that I mean not necessarily a raw food diet like I'm choosing to follow right now, but when we just get clean in our diet in general, when we get at the processed and refined foods out, fast foods, we decide we're not going to eat chemicals and stimulants and those kind of things. We find that first of all, that our options for convenience foods diminish, so that changes somewhat our environment and our thought process. When we are out and about, we think differently about where we're going to go and what will be available to us that we choose to consume. And also it might change some of our social patterns as well, because maybe we had friends whom we did certain things with, that involved, foods that we just have decided that aren't ideal for us, and we don't want to consume anymore. And so there might be some friction there, or just might be a gradual shift away from certain people or environments, and it's not even an intentional thing. It just happens as we have different ideals for ourselves, and we have to decide if that shift in our life is worth the letting go of the certain substance or habits or whatever. And yes, alcohol is a little different than food, because food, well, we have to eat every day. Alcohol, we can just give it up and never have to consume it again. But with food, we have to eat every day, and we'll have to deal with, balancing that every day. And maybe for some people, they can say, well, once a month, I'm going to go out with my girlfriends and I'm going to eat whatever I want, don't care what's in it. And that works really great for them, and they can get right back on their clean path and have a really fairly healthy, balanced life. And then for other people, it's more like an addiction. They cannot just, eat whatever they want. They need to stick on a path, or they enjoy sticking on a really, certain path that works for them. And it doesn't maybe jive with some of the social situations they had before. So again, you have to decide, is it worth for you letting go of certain habits? Is it worth the trade-off of the shifts that might happen in your life, whether they're intentional or not? Because I can say for myself, for the most part, yes, it's a little different when I go out now, but the true friends I have, if I want to socialize, food isn't an issue. I just take care of myself, or I go and order something simple or whatever. That's not a real issue. But it has shifted my desire about where to go and what to do, my consumer habits. We used to go like to the mall and go shopping and then eat out, and just, it's not even interesting to me anymore. The food court doesn't appeal to me. The buying stuff in a mall, unless I need something, just doesn't appeal to me. So it kind of shifted everything, and there are times when you have to kind of deal with that. Well, this isn't as enjoyable as it used to be. What can I put in its place that's a healthy, alternative? And so you'll find those different situations come up, and that's just whole part of the journey. So that's just basically my insights for today, and that this is just as a process. It's not something that we lose weight or we get in shape or we get healthy and we are that way. This is a process, and you're always uncovering and discovering new things about yourself and about your world as you work through this process. So I'll keep at it. See you next time. Bye bye.